Have you ever felt like your dog is trying to tell you something, but you just can't understand it? What if I told you some of the things your dog does every day, staring at you, following you, even licking you, are not just habits? They could be warning signs. Signs that something is wrong, something serious, and most people ignore them until it's too late. In this video, I'll show you the hidden messages behind your dog's behavior that you should never ignore.
If your dog does this, don't ignore it. Have you ever noticed your dog doing something and it just didn't feel normal? Maybe they suddenly start staring at you for long periods. Maybe they follow you everywhere, even into the bathroom. Maybe they whine, lick you excessively, or act restless for no clear reason. At first, you might think, it's just a habit. They're being cute. It's nothing serious. But what if it is something serious? What if your dog is actually trying to tell you something and you're missing the signs? Dogs don't speak our language. They can't tell you directly when something is wrong. So instead, they communicate through behavior. And sometimes those behaviors are warnings you should never ignore. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden meanings behind certain dog actions that could be more important than you think. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. 1. When your dog suddenly becomes extra clingy. Does your dog suddenly refuse to leave your side? They follow you everywhere. They sit closer than usual. They even seem anxious when you walk away. At first, it might feel nice. After all, who doesn't love a loyal companion? But sudden clinginess can mean more than just love. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to human emotions. They can detect changes in your mood, stress levels, and even your health. Yes, your health. Studies have shown that dogs can sense things like anxiety, depression, and even certain illnesses through smell and behavior changes. So if your dog suddenly becomes extra attached to you, don't ignore it. They might be picking up on something you haven't noticed yet. 2. When your dog keeps staring at you. Have you ever caught your dog just staring at you? Not blinking, not moving, just watching? It can feel a little strange, even uncomfortable, but this behavior can have deeper meaning. Sometimes dogs stare because they love you and feel connected, but other times they are trying to communicate something important. They might need something, food, water, attention, or help. In some cases, prolonged staring can also signal confusion, anxiety, or even discomfort. If your dog combines staring with other unusual behaviors, pay attention. It could be their way of asking for help. 3. When your dog suddenly becomes aggressive. A normally calm dog starts growling, snapping, or acting defensive. This is one of the most important behaviors you should never ignore. Aggression is often misunderstood. People think it means the dog is bad or dangerous, but in reality, aggression is often a sign of fear, pain, or distress. Your dog might be injured, sick, feeling threatened, or protecting something. Dogs don't become aggressive without a reason, so if your dog suddenly changes like this, take it seriously, because behind that aggression, there's usually a problem that needs attention. 4. When your dog licks you excessively. A little licking is normal. It's how dogs show affection. But what if it becomes constant, non-stop licking, obsessive behavior, almost like they can't stop? This could be a warning sign. Excessive licking can mean stress, anxiety, boredom, or even medical issues. Sometimes dogs lick to comfort themselves. Other times they're trying to comfort you. Yes, your dog might be reacting to your emotional state. If the licking feels excessive or unusual, don't brush it off. 5. When your dog refuses to eat. This is a big one. Dogs love food, so when they suddenly lose interest, it's not something to ignore. A loss of appetite can signal illness, digestive issues, dental pain, or emotional stress.
Even 1 or 2 missed meals can be a warning sign, and if it continues, it becomes serious. Your dog's eating habits are one of the clearest indicators of their health, so always pay attention to changes. 6. When your dog sleeps more than usual. Dogs sleep a lot, that's normal, but sudden changes in sleep patterns are not. If your dog starts sleeping much more than usual or seems unusually tired, it could mean low energy due to illness, depression, pain, or aging-related issues. Watch how they behave when awake. Are they still playful? Do they respond normally? Or do they seem distant? These small details matter. 7. When your dog keeps barking or whining without a reason. Dogs bark, that's normal, but constant barking or whining without an obvious reason, that's different. This behavior can signal anxiety, loneliness, fear, or discomfort. Your dog might be trying to tell you, "I'm not okay." And if no one listens, that frustration builds up. So instead of getting annoyed, try to understand what they're feeling. 8. When your dog hides or avoids you. This one can be heartbreaking. A dog that usually loves attention suddenly hides, avoiding interaction, keeping distance. This is often a strong emotional or physical signal. Dogs hide when they feel scared, sick, in pain, or overwhelmed. In the wild, animals hide weakness to protect themselves, and that instinct still exists. If your dog starts avoiding you, don't ignore it. They may need help more than ever. 9. When your dog keeps circling or acting restless. Have you ever seen your dog walking in circles repeatedly or unable to settle down? Restlessness can mean many things: discomfort, anxiety, neurological issues, or digestive problems. Sometimes it's minor, but sometimes it's a sign of something deeper. If it happens frequently or suddenly, it's worth paying attention. 10. When your dog looks at you differently. This one is subtle but powerful. If you truly know your dog, you know their expressions, their eyes, their energy. So when something changes, you feel it. Maybe their eyes seem dull. Maybe they look tired. Maybe they don't respond the same way. These small emotional signals can be early warnings, and often they come before physical symptoms. Why you should never ignore these signs. Your dog depends on you completely. You are their safety, their comfort, their family. And when something is wrong, you are their only hope of getting help. Ignoring these signs can lead to worsening health, increased stress, behavioral problems, or even serious medical conditions. But noticing them early, that can make all the difference. What you should do instead? So, what should you do if you notice these behaviors? First, don't panic. Not every behavior means something serious, but don't ignore it either. Observe your dog carefully. Look for patterns. Ask yourself, is this new? Is this frequent? Is this getting worse? If the answer is yes, take action. Consult a vet if needed. Spend more time with your dog. Give them comfort and attention, because sometimes that's all they need. The truth about dogs. Dogs may not speak our language, but they are always communicating through their actions, their habits, their behavior. Every small change is a message. The question is, are you listening? Final message. Next time your dog does something unusual, don't ignore it. Don't dismiss it. Don't assume it's nothing, because behind that small action could be something important, something serious, or something emotional. Your dog trusts you. They rely on you. And sometimes they're trying to tell you something they can't say out loud. So watch closely, listen carefully, and most importantly, be there for them. If you love your dog and want to understand them better, make sure to subscribe, because the more you learn, the stronger your bond becomes. And trust me, Your dog feels everything you do.